And welcome to episode 13 of Kayfabe's Not Dead. We've made it. We've made it to unlucky number 13. I'm your host CJ, and apparently we have Gold Dust.
You're a golden champion,
Oh my
Jess.
god.
What an entrance! If
Yeah.
those listening to the audio version of the podcast and not the video on YouTube, uh, Jess has a collection of masks, and one of them is Gold Dust. Welcome,
Yeah.
Gold Dust. How are you feeling?
You're. I'm feeling like I should have been on the last show you guys reviewed.
We thought so too, but someone didn't decide to answer their phone.
The champ was too good. The champ was
You know
too
what?
good to.
He pulled Brock Lesnar rule.
He pulled.
Did
not
show up for
he
6
pulled
months.
the ultimate heel tactic of not even showing up.
If you have the network, you can go see what I did instead. Get a
What
tattoo.
sell. What a sell. And then we also have the doctor, the Dapster, the Dapper himself. How's it going?
Who is going to end the longest reign and become the 2-time champion
And
come
with
Sunday.
that introduction, this is our predictions episode. In case you haven't read the title for some reason, for Money
Who
in
reads?
the Bank. This is the first time I'm actually watching Money in the
A
Bank
Money in the Bank.
live, so this is going to be pretty interesting. I've heard wonderful things. I've of course seen the big highlights. Of course, I've seen the 5-second clip of Dolph magically winning because they keep bringing it up. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get straight into our predictions. So to start us off, I mean, it's kind of become a running joke that we sometimes don't even watch the pre-show, but we'll include it. And sometimes we don't even get the card right. But we.
It's not my
supposedly-
fault that Extreme Rules was so bad that Vince made the executive decision to not taint the match of Goldust and R-Truth with that shit show that they called Extreme.
Well,
Hey, the
okay,
show was
okay.
simply too extreme for Goldust
Yeah.
to bother stop getting his tattoo and come do.
Well, no, it was the wrong version of Extreme, I would argue, because wouldn't anything involving Gold Dust potentially be Triple X?
Yeah. But
Anyway.
I mean, I've seen a fight in a kindergarten class more extreme than that.
Anyway, we're
Yeah,
we're
me
getting
dropping
way
your
too off
ass.
topic. We're getting way too off topic.
Okay.
So ultimately, what I'm getting at is we're supposedly having a Breezango and Cologne's match on the pre-show, and I would say after the last Fashion Files, which showed Tyler Breeze was attacked by an unknown assailant, I got to imagine the assailants were the Cologne brothers. That's going to be the setup for the match. I don't think anything's been confirmed yet.
I mean, they did come out to the ring on SmackDown this week and saying we didn't do it.
Well, the thing was,
Based off
it
the
was
evidence
after-
so far, it was
after
Rusev.
the tag match.
Yeah.
The Fashion Files. So I guess technically the attack took place after the match. Because
Okay.
they were celebrating the victory.
Well, let's
Yeah.
not think too hard about it. Let's figure out where everybody's at with the
I
prediction.
gotta imagine the fashion police are going over. Come on.
Is that your
Champ, what do
final
you
answer?
think?
I mean, absolutely, that's my answer. The Colognes, ultimately, they are still, at this point, as far as the overall roster is concerned, they've been booked as jobbers. That is not a discredit to them as wrestlers or as people, but the way
I know they're like the John Cena's of Puerto Rico.
You know what?
They've been booked as jobbers. Now, does that mean
I'll go with the Fashion Files as well, the Breezango team, before Dap has a chance to throw his hat in with them.
Well, I just want to
all
finish
right.
by saying that the fashion police are also super over. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got to imagine that paired with the jobbing team of the Colognes ultimately is going to cause the Breezango to go over.
I
Now,
agree.
here's a long-term theory, and let's just play this out quick. Do you see New Day getting the belts?
We will get there when we get there.
I think there's a reason the fashion police have a reason to maintain their momentum, and they have to be booked strong, leaving this pay-per-view. That's my teaser for my prediction.
That's my teaser as well. All right, I'm
I
just
think
seeing if we're all on the same
All right,
page.
so you guys
Reason.
picked Breezango.
Yes.
I too will go with Breezango
Okay.
or Breezango,
Just to
whatever they
copy
want
me.
to
We
call
understand.
Or the
But-
fashion police. That's their.
But the
Yep.
fashion police. But this just in, I got a text from our fourth mystery guest, host. Their pick is the fashion police.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm
Third.
not going to tell you who this guest is.
Did they have any reasoning, or did they just send you mysterious texts that just have the pics?
Oh, no, they had reasoning. I gave them the card. They thought about it for about an hour, and they came back with responses for all 6 matches.
Well, do we get to know why they picked the fashion police?
They picked the fashion police because ever since NXT, this no-named person has been a fan of Tyler Breeze and thought that Tyler Breeze had such a great showing that time when him, Tyson Kidd, Sami Zayn, and Neville did a 4-way match, and I believe it was Raw, showing off how good NXT was when Raw sucked, and thought that Tyler Breeze was cast aside unlawfully. And now this is the way for the fashion police to get what they're due.
Okay, hey, solid reasoning. So, do you guys have any kind of predictions on how this match is going to go? I honestly, because it's the only match apparently on the pre-show, I got to imagine this thing's got to be like 15 minutes long.
Probably. I just hope that Tyler Breeze does not come out with all these costumes.
I was going to say the complete opposite. I think this is going to be a total comedy match and just dragged out to there's no tomorrow.
Dude, this is going to be... They might even incorporate the fashion files into the match, similar to the House of Horrors. As in, I think
not.
they might even have.
If they do, they will never go over. They will never go over as championship material.
They're already over.
I think
but not as champions.
Well, this match ultimately isn't going to matter that much in the grand scheme of things. So if they do something especially outlandish, I think it'll be fine. Also, you got to remember they almost won the belts using props. So I think if they do go over that way, it's not going to ultimately...
There's no disqualification because an old woman and a janitor got involved in a match unsuspectedly.
I mean, it depends
on
the contract.
If you read the rules of WWE, it clearly states
Dolph Ziggler is very, very keen on the rules because he knows how to break them. So I got to imagine that's why
he understands. This isn't Vietnam. There are rules, Donnie. Now let's move on.
So,
all right.
Do you guys
have
any final say on the pre-show?
No, I think it's going to suck like it always has. But I'm going with Breezango.
All right. So this might be controversial, but I'm going to go with the women's championship match as the opener.
Because it is the opener.
Well, it might be the tag team championship.
You know why it's the opener, CJ? Because all the remaining women in SmackDown are in a ladders match.
Which is on the higher card.
All they had left
we can definitely debate
was Naomi and Lana. That's the only reason why, with 2 matches under her belt, she has a title shot.
We definitely need to have like an aside, like a mini episode to debate about how the championships are being booked right now, because it's kind of crazy how this match is when you look at it. It's kind of flip-flopped and like all over the place, and it continues this weird ongoing thing where the championships, the highest championships are kind of the mid-card, and the number 1 contenders are the main card, and the United States belt has kind of become, or the Intercontinental belt has become like
the main belt
card.
Yeah. But can I start this prediction off? Because I have a thought process.
Yeah, you can start this prediction off so long as your choice isn't mine.
It's Naomi versus Lana. Lana has magically returned from she just appeared and she's decided to wrestle. And Rusev is still nowhere to be found. So she's
CJ, you
on her
just gotta
own,
let it go.
and she's ready to
Let it
kick
go.
Naomi's ass. And she's like,
Let it go.
she's attacked Naomi from behind a few times.
Yeah.
And she kind of just doesn't give a fuck. So, with that
Who is
said, Dapper, you want
my
to go first?
prediction? Well, first I'm going to say our fourth mystery guest prediction
Okay.
is Naomi. Because they were like, Lana's only had one match 2 WrestleManias ago, and she lost that. So what made her have the right for a title match? She's just going to lose as a squash match.
It's Phil.
Now me on the other hand, I'm going Lana for the win.
Wow.
Here's 2 reasons. 1, to be the champ, you got to pull away from the crowd. And 2, we got ourselves the first Money in the Bank women's briefcase match. If you want to keep Naomi strong, you can't let her get crushed by the briefcase and the contract. But you can let Lana get crushed by the briefcase and the contract.
Interesting.
So I'm going Lana.
Interesting.
I'm going Lana for this. Swinging for the fence, center field.
Okay, I want to interject.
Let me lock that in. Lana?
Lana, and fourth guest had Naomi.
Unless Jess, you have an instant reaction to that. I kind of have an instant reaction to that.
Take it away, CJ.
That is very ballsy. I think you don't have a shot, but I think it kind of makes sense because they've been trying to build Naomi up.
I know.
And her championship hasn't really gone
Meant
anywhere.
anything.
So, but I would assume that they would be using the Money in the Bank to get the belt off of Naomi, and they just want to use this match as like a 15-minute showcase that Lana can
knows how to
wrestle,
throw
but
a working
she is
punch.
This is her first match. I mean,
Second.
She
well,
was in
her first
WrestleMania
match
2
since she's come
years
back.
ago now.
Her first
Yes,
match
it's her
has
first-
just come back. So
Yes.
I got to imagine that it's going to be very.
Hey, we saw AJ Lee have the longest reigning Divas Championship. Paige comes out, shakes her hand, roll up 1, 2, 3, and gets a pin in 12 seconds. It can happen.
Oh man. I would say, okay, WWE is not going to do this, but this would be fantastic. If they decided to actually have Lana go over and get the belt, and then as soon as the women's Money in the Bank match is over, whoever does win the briefcase cashes in immediately, and they fight Lana like backstage, and
They can.
go and beat Lana because it is her first match, and she's like exhausted and she has no clue what the fuck's going on. That would I could see Charlotte totally doing that and just putting her in like a figure 4 in the locker room. That would be amazing. I would then magically agree with you. With all that said, it's Naomi. She's going to lose by the winner of the Money in the Bank whenever they need to get rid of the belt on her. So
Okay. Jess, you're
Hold on, I'm locking that into the Excel
spreadsheet.
Yep. All right, so we have a Naomi, a Lana, and another Naomi vote. I'm also going to come down on the side of Naomi, but I got to say, Dap, I really think you're probably going to get this one overall. But like you said, you got to swing for the fences every now and then.
Hey,
this will be my swing.
It's a good bet.
Hey,
it's
like the great Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder, swinging by the knees. Got to fly in that G5 somehow.
Okay, the last thing I want to interject with in this match before we move on. Is Rusev going to show up? And
Never. He got fired.
No. So long as his hockey team is in the finals, he will not be there.
Hold on. Does Rusev show up soon? And if he does, I'm putting soon in quotations. And does his return affect Lana and her standing in the women's division, because supposedly Rusev, they're toying around with the idea of Rusev getting a world title push. Supposedly, the Jinder Mahal stuff was originally going to be Rusev until he got hurt. That's total rumor, but
But they stuck with the Lana push.
So
they've wanted to push Lana forever, but you know what? This is neither here nor there.
Doesn't that help Lana though? Or are they going to keep them completely separate this whole time?
I would be happy with some sort of evil power couple setup, but I don't think we're ready for it.
It would be Miz Maurice, except like crank it up to like 11.
I think Lana's at the point where she can wrestle, but they're gonna give her some time. I honestly think that's the case.
You're all gonna be surprised when she belly to back suplexes Naomi for the win.
All right.
I mean, anything that gets the belt off Naomi will make me happy. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll predict first on this next match, just so Dap can't do his typical, oh, this is bullshit. He just picks whatever we pick.
Okay.
So I gotta assume you have the tag team championship, the Usos versus New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks.
Day Rocks.
So this I thought originally was going to be Fandango and New Day, and New Day would be going over against Fandango. Fandango would have their one month in the spotlight, and then they were going to get crushed by the returning New Day. But because it is the Usos, I have a totally different thought on this. I gotta remind everybody though, New Day has gone over the past 2 weeks on SmackDown.
Yeah,
that's a curse, man. That doesn't mean shit.
They've looked incredibly strong, specifically against the Usos. So I have to imagine that this match is going to start off with the New Day controlling, probably the beginning, not maybe even so much as to say the majority of the match, but the Usos are going to do something to get the momentum back. But Jess, you wanted to say you wanted to go first. Sorry if I got too far into my thoughts, but go ahead.
No, that's fine, man. Most people understand I speak softly and walk with this big stick between my legs, but to be upfront and honest, I got the Usos winning. I see some shenanigans in this match, but I'm going to lock it in tight with the Usos. I'll let you go on with the running your mouth.
Well, that's basically my entire thought was...
Usos are going over?
New Day's going to control the most of the match, and then the Usos are going to do something. Whether it's clean or not, who knows? But they are a strong tag team, and they've shown that since they've gone heel, they literally don't give a fuck. They will do whatever they need to do to win.
Uso Penitentiary.
And so, yeah, it's the Penitentiary. And
they have truly made me believe day one is H.
Yeah, exactly. Now, in my fantasy book.
No, whoa! We don't need to hear about me coming in through your bedroom window fantasy. Let's just hear what you want to see happen.
Fandango showing up in this match and getting involved, but whether that is how the Usos retain or not, I still have the Usos going.
Okay. Our fourth guest has also picked the Usos because, good or bad, this guest is a big fan of the Usos. Me, I think the Usos are going to do some shady shenanigan to go over New Day, and they're going to let New Day know what happens when you go to San Quentin. When you go to San Quentin. And we all know what happens in San Quentin. The Uso Penitentiary.
The New York Penitentiary that everybody goes to in Law & Order Special Victims Unit?
Yes.
What happens there, John? You're speaking like you got Oh, no! Oh!
I'm going to need to edit that now.
No, we're not.
I can't.
We're not
I
even
can't
gonna.
put this on YouTube now.
Don't
What?
even
You can't
comment
put a-
for the
you
audio
can't put-
listeners. Just leave it there.
You can't put a little golf clap into the YouTube video. Some
All right,
golf claps
so
will be quicker.
so Dap,
let
like
audio- nice.
We'll let our audio listeners use their imagination for what you did.
So just to make sure I got this 100%, Dap, you're going with my prediction as usual. You're copying me.
Yes, except for the Lana match.
Sound strategy. All right, let's move on.
Hey, win by an inch or a mile. A win's a win.
So
I usually win by a mile. I have nothing that's I can measure in inches.
This is where my order of the card might differ from yours, Jess. So if you want to flip flop them, just let me know.
I'll go with how
I got
prediction.
the Jinder Mahal Randy Orton match next.
Okay.
Now
I believe that's what I have too.
they might have the women's Money in the Bank. Then I don't know if cleaning up after that is easier.
I think they
before or
probably will. I think
after.
they're
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna spread out the ladder
world
matches somehow.
Do you think
They gotta
they'll
spread out
use?
the ladder.
Do you think they'll use the championship match
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
split the two? Okay, so then we'll go ahead and talk about the women's Money in the
Ladder
Bank
match.
ladder match as the third to last on the card.
How about to shake this up? You give us our fourth host prediction, Dap.
Okay. For the women's ladder match, they're going Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair, not bad.
The favorite.
They're going
CJ?
Charlotte, the dynasty.
Well,
CJ, you wanna
give
pick
people
next?
A little summary of what's happened on SmackDown recently. Charlotte has looked pretty damn strong, but I mean she's always looked strong. But the booking,
She put Natalia through a table.
but she power bombed her through a table. But the booking overall has been 50-50. But I think the big difference though is this is a singles match ultimately, and all of these other matches, the majority of these other matches have been tag matches in some kind. The only singles matches have typically been involving Naomi.
Yep.
Because
That's true. That's very true.
Because it's a singles match,
Singles
I gotta
match,
go
yep.
with one of the faces winning.
One of the faces in a singles match. Okay.
Now,
Okay, I feel this.
if I can hold up and hear you guys go first before I
Well, remind me who's all in the match.
What?
We got Charlotte, Natalia, Carmella, Tamina, and who else?
Becky Lynch.
Becky
Oh,
Lynch.
you're forgetting one yet again.
Yes, Ellsworth.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure Ellsworth will get involved somehow.
Yes. All right, so Champ, do you want to go first or me?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm picking Carmella and Ellsworth to win this.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm doing. I'm thinking, now this is hey, Lana swung. I'm going to swing again. First, I'll tell you what I want to happen, and then I'll tell you my pick.
Yeah, go ahead and get the strike, too.
You're swinging for the women, not at them, right, Dapper?
Yeah, swinging for it.
Make that clear.
Swinging for it.
Okay.
Going yard.
Okay.
I want Ellsworth to win the women's title contract.
Oh, same as me. Fucking
I can
copycat.
see that happening. But my pick...
There's no way in hell that happens.
It's going to happen.
They need to have something for him to do. He's got to carry the briefcase for Carmella. Come on now. It makes perfect sense.
He's not himself going to win the briefcase.
He's going to win.
He's not in the match.
My fantasy booking is he wins the match.
Oh, my God.
But
that would be insane.
It would be. But what my pick is, it's the dark horse, Tamina Snuka.
That's racist. I'll put you down for Tamina.
All right. Wow. All right. So,
because I think Tamina, besides Carmella, is the only one never to hold a title, I believe. I don't think she's ever held a women's title or the Divas title.
She has not. She was injured when she was getting her run.
Okay. So she's never held it when they were just passing around like a hot potato. So this is her shot.
You're our historian. You should know.
Yes. I think that they did not want Tamina to go over on Naomi because it's going to make Naomi look weak because Tamina is the original Nia Jax. I think they're going to have Tamina come out and crush Lana. Just crush her like a cockroach. That's why I got Lana going over Naomi, and I got Tamina going over the women's title.
Is she going to do that immediately, or is this going to be like on SmackDown?
I think it might be on some other match where it's like Lana has to defend the title. Lana's probably going to walk away up the ramp. Tamina's coming out with the briefcase, laying her out, saying, "Ref, give me the 3 count."
And what was your pick, Jess?
Carmella.
Carmella.
Do you think Carmella winning
is going to bedazzle that briefcase and have Ellsworth carry it around? Yes.
Well, how long does Carmella carry the briefcase?
I think she carries it probably to WrestleMania.
I was going to say probably 2-3 months.
See,
I think she's going to carry it for a while.
I would imagine a Tamina cash-in would happen pretty quickly, especially if Lana were the winner. In your universe, Naomi would still be champ, so Carmella would probably want to wait.
Yeah, I think Carmella would wait. I think everybody would wait. I think Tamina would come in and cash it in relatively quick.
Not my pick, because I, too, originally was going to go with Charlotte.
Oh.
But you're not.
Becky Lynch.
Oh.
Becky, the
so
fire
we got
starter.
Everybody but Natalya. And I really do hope Natalya finally gets a push one day, but I don't think it's going to happen right now.
She's just, I'm just being honest. She's like a C+.
Yeah, I mean, I like Natalya. I want Natalya to be the champ, but I just don't see it happening with the WWE roster.
Come on, CJ. We all know you hate her for that cat hair thing she does.
Okay, I do have that biased.
And her Instagram is nothing but cat photos.
Whatever.
All right.
So I really think I'm 50-50 between Charlotte and Becky, and I'm going with Becky because I think the cash-in, they can do something really awesome with a Naomi Becky feud, and we haven't seen Becky really get to do anything. It's really been Charlotte and Naomi. And stop distracting me, Jess. The ultimate heel. But I honestly think it's Becky's time to get a shot at the belt, and that they're going to use this as a way. Now, whether Lana gets immediately pinned by Becky the same night, or if it's Naomi, we'll see. But
that's the downside of a face winning. They're not going to cash in when the champ's down. They're going to try and make a match out of it.
I think they could book it just as a straight. They just both want to. They can be two faces. It's just they want to. Each one wants the championship. They've done it before.
No. I mean, if a face wins the briefcase, the face isn't going to run down the middle of a match to lay somebody out and get the quick pin for the win. They're going to want to do like what John Cena did, where he's like, I want a match right now on SmackDown or Monday Night Raw, and have the champ come out fresh.
Oh yeah, I mean they probably wouldn't. She probably wouldn't cash in on the pay-per-view, but I mean, if it was Charlotte, I could see Charlotte doing that.
That's why I love when heels go over on the Money in the Banks.
Boys and girls, let's move on to our next match.
Okay. We got the WWE Championship, Jinder Mahal, and the Singh Singh brothers versus Randy Orton.
The Maharaja versus
the modern day Maharaja. Show respect.
Jinder won his match against Mojo last week. Orton has done nothing.
But I got some inside information. I went to a WWE live event where the main event was Jinder and Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton AJ. And Randy Orton beat Jinder Mahal's ass, and it felt uncomfortable to watch.
Where was this?
It was in Fort Lauderdale.
Was that just because of the boner you were having over this match, or or the fact that I wasn't there to give you that awkward nudge that gets you out of it.
All right. But with that being said, my pick is going to be Randy Orton. Our fourth guest has also picked Randy Orton. I think, fool me once, shame on me. Twice, shame on you. Randy Orton will not be fooled a third time from the Singh brothers. I think they'll get thrown out, and it'll be a legit match, Jinder versus Randy. Now, with that said, Jinder needs to win this to maintain his, not just his championship, but the purpose. And I think by going over Randy, it'll give him like credibility as a champion. But I don't think that's going to happen because his promos suck. That Randy's going to go over.
Let me speak to you in the language of my people, Punjabi. Jinder Mahal, win match, great time.
He just quoted the Moana line.
Is that all you're gonna say, champ?
Jinder must win match to prove Punjabi greatest of all time.
When did Jinder become like Ebonic? Where he speaks broken English.
I'm not gonna even address this. I'm gonna go ahead and speak over you. And say,
Sharapa.
I agree.
Me.
Jinder.
Nuta. Randy Orton. Hashay. No. Siska.
Okay.
Jinder Mahal.
Okay. Jinder's going.
And for those that speak English, double mic drop. Jinder's going over. CJ, you want me to lock you in with the same pick?
Yeah.
You picking with the champion?
So we got 2 Jinders and we got 2 Ortons.
Now, what did our I've kind of forgotten to ask for the mysterious guest
host
Randy.
What was their reasoning? Because we haven't really.
Their reasoning behind Randy is they just don't like Jinder. They just don't like him.
What a racist.
You know what though? Great things have happened when that's happened.
Is our fourth host Donald Trump with his racism?
Well, I'm not going to divulge my sources. Hey, I made a lot of connections when I was champ. All you've done is just.
I'm sorry. You mean
PG podcast?
You mean the 4 weeks you were champ? As I'm going into my 6th week.
Yes.
I got to assume this match is gonna be probably around 15 minutes, and I'm hoping it's good.
It won't be.
Said,
hey, all I'm going to say is, did you not see? I don't think it was. It might have been this SmackDown. That RKO literally out of nowhere.
It was literally out of nowhere. They're taking it to new extremes.
It was
extreme
in the middle of that freaking living room carpet.
You mean the carpet I got you last Christmas?
So,
are we ready for our main event?
Well,
I'm ready.
Do you guys have anything to say about what happens during this Jinder and Orton match?
I mean, I think it's going to be the same thing that's always happened. The Singh brothers are going to interfere, but this time,
are they legitimately going to interfere?
Yeah, I mean, they always do.
They didn't.
Like,
I still say they didn't technically
interfere
last time.
Okay.
I believe it's going to be a lot of call-outs to all the former champions that show up to support Randy Orton. It's going to be a whole big thing. Jinder's going to come out there, get his ass beaten, and in the last 5 minutes just mop the floor with Randy because he got distracted by the Singh brothers.
Does he do the same thing he did at WrestleMania?
Exact same
where he goes over to the crowd and actually like knocks the beer or the popcorn or whatever the legends are holding. He just like fucking trashes their thing.
Yeah.
Orton just loses his shit.
Yeah. You know, an interesting source told me that something odd's been happening in the WWE in terms of how they're booking Jinder, in which they started off with this whole, oh, America, you guys aren't, diverse, and you're not this, and you don't like me because of these reasons. And people are okay with that. They're like, oh, no, if people don't like you because you're racist, you should win this.
Yeah.
Like, it's starting to backfire, the old trope. So I think they're going to give Jinder a chance to grow beyond doing the typical, oh, you Americans just don't like me because I look different, I speak different. And they're going to allow him to evolve past this. In order for that to happen, he's got to beat Randy Orton.
I'm assuming also that they're potentially looking at this as a backdoor way to push Mojo.
Rusev, Mojo,
or Rusev.
Or Rusev. He was feuding with Rusev just prior to coming over to SmackDown.
So,
but
you know,
I think the
feud
main
meant
thing
so much. That
Hey,
feud
man.
meant so much that a hockey team took over.
That's true.
I
But
think
let's.
this is gonna be. I think the ultimate turning point. It's gonna be booked pretty 50-50. The Singh brothers are probably gonna get involved somehow. I mean, it's like
Inevitable.
impossible for them not to. But
Yeah.
I think
they're going to get thrown out, though.
I think the ultimate surprise though is gonna be Jinder is gonna eat an RKO cleanly and he's gonna kick out. I think that's
I don't
gonna
think
be
so.
the big.
I think he's going to lose just to have it won again during his rematch.
Boys, I'm almost done with both the beers I brought over for this podcast, so let's move on to our main event.
All right, so we got the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
So the men.
We did that. We're at the men's.
Yeah, we did. Sorry. I was going by my order. Sorry. We got the main event. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin in a
Baron
six-way Money in the Bank ladder match. Wow, that is a lot to say.
What's your pick, Siege?
The preview, or the review of what's gone on the past couple weeks, essentially, is that the faces have been going over. So
Yeah.
that's my quick little recap.
It definitely was interesting watching Shinsuke go over and walk up and grab the belt.
Yes,
grab the box.
we do wanna state that in case you've missed SmackDown. Shinsuke, not only did he get the win, but he went over and he literally got on the ladder and took the briefcase. So if that's not more of a literal preview, I don't know what is.
Mm-hmm.
Jess?
What is your pick, CJ?
Yeah, CJ, I've picked. Dap's picked. You're yet to pick first.
Okay, I'll go first. Sure. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck here. I got to admit.
That's what she said.
The rumors have been, like, ever since even before WrestleMania, that they were looking to put Corbin as the Money in the Bank winner. They want to push Corbin. I don't think Corbin's ready. He's knocked out. Sammy is the losing wrestler. He's the underdog. It would be amazing if they gave him the case because I feel like he could do a lot. But
then he might be the second one to lose
ultimately,
while holding the case.
Yeah, ultimately, you want the Money in the Bank cash in. You want the guy to win. Sammy would cash in, and he would lose. And that would be awful. Unless it was KO and he was going to cash in for the U.S. title, or he was going to cash in on KO, if KO was the actual WWE champion, then Sammy is not going to win, so I can't go with Sammy. Dolph, he's kind of the same way, except he's the heel. He's the heel.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's stuck in the mid card, and I'm not besmirching him. I actually like Dolph. I like his skill set. I think he could be
a two-time champ.
He's been a champ before, but they're
Buy Money in the Bank. Just throwing that out there.
And of course, like the announcers have said literally a million times, Dolph is the only one in this group that has won the Money in the Bank before and successfully cashed in.
He's been in like 6 of them.
The last 3 names on this list are simply bigger, and I'm going with one of the 3. I've basically been using this time to stall because I haven't been able to pick. The thing that really threw my initial pick, which was going to be AJ, is
going
the
Shins?
Shinsuke literally getting the briefcase on Tuesday. Now,
What an amateur decision.
I was about to say the same thing.
I would love for KO to go over. That
Me
would be
too.
amazing. Him having not only the
Dual belts.
U.S. title, but the Money in the Bank, which would, in theory, lead to him winning the the WWE Championship, or essentially losing the U.S. title and either immediately getting a rematch, winning it back, or losing the U.S. title and winning basically transitioning to the WWE title. So
Okay.
KO has a legit shot, even if he's the U.S. title. I think there are plenty of things they could do with him being both, but I got to stick with my gut. I think the Tuesday thing with Shinsuke is a swerve. They want to build Shinsuke up a little more before they give him a run. I'm going with AJ Styles. He could ultimately have a hell of a run, a hell of a feud with a Jinder Mahal, and if anybody can get a 5-star match out of
Jinder.
On a pay-per-view, on a big pay-per-view, it's AJ. He can get a 5-star match out of James Ellsworth. So I'm going.
That's very interesting that you said that, because I went back and I watched the 2016 Money in the Bank situation, and I forgot how good that match with him and Cena was. The back and forth, the shit talk, all of it. That was, in my mind, one of the best matches of the year.
And AJ has the versatility to go heel with the briefcase if he needs to.
Yep.
He can easily do that.
That does leave a lot of options open. Let's let our fourth host pick second. We haven't done that yet.
Okay, so CJ's going AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Our
I'm
fourth
going kind of with
host.
my heart with that pick too.
Our fourth
I'm probably
host
gonna lose.
is going with Kevin Owens.
Interesting.
KO.
I like it. I honestly think it's a 3-way between AJ, KO, and Shinsuke.
Yep.
And
they
I
think
meant to say it that way.
they believe once a champ, always a champ. And that being said, the current champion will go over to hold dual belts.
The current top champion on
Yes.
SmackDown, even though it's the mid-title.
The face of America is their pick.
All right, so
my pick, I originally wanted Shinsuke until they did the typical WWE move of foreshadowing, and yes, our podcast viewers, those were air quotes, that the moment they foreshadow something, immediately exit off the list. Shinsuke will not grab the briefcase because he did it on SmackDown. I'm going.
They want to give you that image without actually having to do that.
Yes. Same way how they kept promoting him as an amazing wrestler to give us that shit show we saw on Backlash. Just to do it even better when he was wrestling on SmackDown. But my pick is going to have to be the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Wow, I think I have to actually assume that my persuasion skills have convinced you.
I think AJ is deserving
from your original pick, which was Shinsuke. That's what I'm gonna say.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, host.
Well, what's your thought process with AJ?
My thought process with AJ is, once again at the live event, Kevin Owens and Jinder versus Randy Orton and AJ. You got AJ the face. You got to have a face go against the heel, because even though I appreciate our fourth guest's thought process, I don't know. I would love to see Kevin Owens go over, but I don't know we can have a heel versus a heel, because I don't think that Jinder Mahal is skilled enough to pull that match off. I think with AJ, and I'm going to go on record saying it, I think AJ can carry Jinder Mahal through this to give off a great match.
Now, do you think there's a possibility...
And if my pick of Randy Orton going over, I think it would be a phenomenal match.
Do you think?
Pun
I see what you did there. Yeah.
Do you think if AJ goes over because they've been teasing a KO AJ feud, and we all know that would be amazing, and they should already be doing this.
If he's like the first one to cash in on the U.S. title,
Do you think that actually, well, whether it's AJ or anybody else, because of the way they've been booking the U.S. title, do you think there's any chance that the cash in is actually on the U.S. belt?
no.
Whether it's AJ or any of the other potential winners.
I don't think the WWE has the guts to swerve the entire universe like that.
Okay.
I think they should, though. I think they should have someone cash in on somebody in the mid-card belts.
I know the feud with, they should simply have more Money in the Banks. This is simply what they should do, because that would be amazing. But
a contract on a pole match, WCW original.
They should have it in my brain. They should have it every 4 months, and that way, you can have people hold it on for forever, and then cash it in at a random point, or you can have people cashing it in all the time, just as a storyline.
I want to see. Awesome, I want to see a Hardy Boy win the Money in the Bank and cash in on the tag titles.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
you can technically do that. But anyway, I just want to say before we let the champ go that with AJ winning, if AJ wins the Money in the Bank, I could totally see him cashing in against Kevin Owens to start that feud that would ultimately transition into the main WWE Championship somehow, using the Money in the Bank as a catapult or catalyst towards that goal somehow. Okay. But WWE is probably not that good to do that. But anyway, let's let the champ go.
This is going to be a hard pick. Probably the hardest pick I've had to do all night. I had AJ Styles down. Wow. But after listening to both of you and looking at the storytelling logic, I've shifted. I've shifted to between KO and Sami Zayn.
Oh my god.
Just because I think it would be amazing if Zayn, as much as I hate the guy, wins the belt only for KO to come in, throw the belt at his head, and take it from him in 30 seconds. I could see that being an amazing match. I could see.
Who would Sammy cash in on? Are you saying he would beat Jinder and then KO would immediately do something?
Yeah. See, I just feel all these are too it's a tough pick because I honestly don't see Randy beating Jinder Mahal.
Well,
so I think Jinder's.
We also have to remember that it doesn't necessarily have to be Jinder or Randy that any of these guys cash in on. This cash in could wait till right before WrestleMania for all we know, and the title could have changed. Dude, John Cena could have the fucking title by the time one of these guys cashes in.
That's true. You know what? I'm going to swing for the fences. I'm going to take the
time our champ finally swings.
I'm going to take
it walk after walk. The last 2 pay-per-views.
Walk after walk to the home plate because I hit it out of the park every time.
All right.
I'm going to go with the swerve. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with Baron Corbin.
See, now here's what I was going to say. My heart tells me AJ. Storyline tells me Baron. I'm still sticking with AJ.
Look at this guy. As soon as I make a pick, the champ's got this. He's got a good story. It makes perfect sense. Go on, tell us.
Because AJ Styles is going against Kevin Owens. Shinsuke's got his battle with Dolph Ziggler. All that's left, Sami Zayn's got a battle with a paper bag. All that's left is Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin's the only guy that's going to actually cash in at an inopportune time where the champ is down to get a victory.
I see somebody beating Jinder and Corbin coming in and taking the belt immediately.
He can't because he won't have the belt. He won't have the briefcase then.
Say again?
Wait till next week because the briefcase match is the main event. So you can't cash in on a briefcase you don't have.
No. I'm saying storyline wise, I see him getting the briefcase, Jinder losing down the line probably right after Great Balls of Fire, and then Corbin cashing in and taking it from whatever face gets it.
Okay.
Maybe Sammy.
But I'm sticking with my AJ, but I would not be surprised if Baron Corbin went over.
That's fine. I feel he's a strong wrestler, and he's been on a losing streak for no reason other than to swerve us for this match.
I think ultimately, whoever does win this Money in the Bank, I think they are going to cash in on Jinder, and that's kind of why I was leaning towards picking one of the faces.
We do have John Cena coming back in a week.
I don't
right
think
after
he's
this.
Actually wrestling. I think he's probably not gonna wrestle till maybe Survivor Series or SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Well,
he's got to make that baby.
But did you guys have anything you wanted to say about how the match actually goes? I honestly have no idea what's gonna happen.
I think the strong wrestlers, personally, I think the strong wrestlers that would normally win a match are not going to win, and I think it's the heel. The heels usually always win a Money in the Bank, unless there's some like emotional purpose.
Does
and then a
Dolph
face
have a legit shot? Jess, you're actually wearing Dolph's shirt for those that are listening to this.
Ziggler's been killing it well enough. I don't think he needs it.
He's got no chance in hell.
Really?
As the chairman said. Yes.
You have a very strong opinion.
He doesn't need it right now. He's been killing what he's been doing. He made Shinsuke look like a bitch. He's been going over pretty well in every match he's been fighting. I don't think he needs it. Corbin, on the other hand, lost everything. I think the best bet for us right now is to wrap it up and then really do an in-depth discussion of what we see coming in the future for the next episode.
I just got one last thing to say. Is it me, or did they strategically put a pair of testicles in Great Balls of Fire?
Oh no, that's 100% on purpose.
Before we go, Jess, with the count on your spreadsheet, do we have to have a tiebreaker?
Let me run the numbers.
Different opinions to where
right now, as it stands, according to the Vegas betting odds, because I factored that into as the calculation for this, our current winner will be CJ. You went with the safe bets, and that's that's where the Vegas odds are running right now.
Who are the safe bets? I'm kind of curious now. I didn't really think I went that safe.
But do we need a tiebreaker question? Is it that close?
Yeah, that's
we do need a tiebreaker question, but
yes,
not
in the bullshit.
Not in the traditional sense. The run through it real quick. Breezango versus the Colognes, we all pick the same.
Okay.
For Naomi we all pick the same other than Dap, who went with Alana.
Yep.
Okay. To go with the Usos versus the New Day, we all pick the Usos. So we do have two matches that wash themselves out. Moving down to the ladder match, we all pick different.
Yeah, so it's we all pick different matches for the Money in the Bank one, except for.
I say we do one tiebreaker question if we need it. The whole 3 tiebreakers, that screwed us up 2 times. Right, so I think our tiebreaker question should be, let's see. Should we do something as simple as blood or no blood? Just general? Yes, no?
I think it has to be a number.
I think it has
to be a number, because if it's a yes, no, there could be ties because there's 3 of us. I gotta say, you know what? I got a good one. Because these are ladder matches, because we have 2 ladder matches, how many high spots are there going to be between the 2 high spots, or the 2 ladder matches?
The answer is always 4.
I'm going to go with 10 total.
10
high spots?
What do you consider a high spot?
Any kind of thing that involves the ladder and falling.
How about this? How many ladders get destroyed?
That's
or
why
how
I
many?
said 10.
How many ladders get broken in half?
No, they don't do that on this.
Involving ladders.
Should we do interference? I feel that's a safe question.
How many? Okay, and an interference counts when the Singh brothers get sent up the ramp. So I'm going with 1.
I think we should do something that involves ladders.
Okay, I got one. Will the women's ladder match involve a pink ladder or a different color ladder? Because the very first tables match with the women's was a pink table. Will they have a colored ladder, or will it be silver or black like the men's ladder?
Well, that's a yes or no question. We don't want.
Yeah, I was
to.
gonna
We
say
don't
that's
want.
yes or no.
We don't want to
Yeah.
do a yes or no. That's not a
Why?
good tiebreaker.
Guys,
Because
let's go. Let's
gonna-
pick something.
Uh,
How many redheads win this pay-per-view?
No, okay, I got this. How many times do we get a false finish with the briefcase, where somebody's like pulling at it and almost gets it, and then they don't wind up getting it? I'm gonna go with 4 times. 4 times.
In both ladders?
Between both matches.
Okay, so 2 apiece is what you're thinking.
Or 3 and 1.
I'm going to go with...
Actually, let me go 5.
Wait, is this for the women's match or the men's?
Both.
Both. Between both matches, CJ, you're going with 5?
5 false finishes with the briefcase.
Okay.
I'm going to go... Damn. It's tricky.
Whatever you pick, we're making our mystery guest +1.
Well, why don't we let our mystery guest pick that
We'll add
when
it to
they
the
come and watch the
description.
pay-per-view?
We'll add it to the description of this episode.
Yeah.
What our mystery guest did.
I'm going to go 6, 3 and 3.
3 and 3. Dap locking you in at 3. I'm going to say 2.
No,
No,
it's
3.
total.
No,
You said
6 total. 6
Oh,
total.
so 6.
Yeah.
CJ went 5. I went 6.
I'm going to say 2.
Total.
Our mystery guest will probably say like 1 or 2, but
What a copycat.
Yes, but you're going with 2 total.
Yep.
Okay.
you
cool.
think
Just wanted to make
you
that
think
clear.
one person on each match is going to try and grab the briefcase and fall?
No. I think the women's match is going to have a lot of people get to the briefcase and tug on it, but I think it's ultimately going to be 2 women total get to that briefcase, tug on it, and don't. And I think for the men's match, it's just going to be on the ground up until the end, in which case somebody gets
You have to remember, the false finish counts as if you grab the briefcase and do not pull it down for the win. That's a false finish.
That's fine.
So you think 2 people are going to touch the briefcase, and those are the 2 people that are going to win.
Yep.
Okay, so you think there will be no false finishes?
So stop. You're saying that I'm saying there's going to be 2 falls. I'm saying different people will get up there, touch the briefcase,
So
try and
you're
pull
saying
on it,
potentially
and get
3.
knocked off. Yeah.
You're saying potentially there's going to be 3 individuals.
I'm not counting the winners.
Yeah, I'm not
as
counting
people that are pulling on it.
either. I'm not counting the winners.
Oh, I was, but okay, I'll stick with my 6 because I feel so confident in my predictions. I won't need this tiebreaker.
Well,
Good for
we'll
you.
see.
Good for you. I like to see an overconfident fool.
Do any of you guys have any final thoughts on this pay-per-view and our predictions?
Yeah, I wanna change the belt after I win for the 3rd time. I want to start adding diamonds to it.
Okay.
You 2 are paying.
I do not agree with that, and since
I don't believe in the Carmella belt.
We can. How about this? I'll help create a Patreon or Kickstarter to add diamonds to Jess's belt.
The Jess's Walmart belt.
Folks. Or we can start a non-profit and then all go to jail for like tax evasion.
There we go. I like this idea.
All right.
Dapper, do you have anything?
I'll run that place
before we head out.
Nope, I'm just looking forward to being the 2-time champ.
And hopefully I got my chance to finally have a chance at the spotlight. But with
brass ring, are you reaching for it?
Closing statement. I find it humorous. I don't even need to, as the heel, say anything because you 2 are so ridiculous with the idea that you're going to win.
And with that, we're going to end this episode of Kayfabe is Not Dead. Feel free to give us an email or hit us up on our WordPress blog. give us a comment, a like, all that stuff, and subscribe and review us on iTunes. And with that, we'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
All right. See you
Peace.
later.